Yo, 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 yo. What's up? This is Jeremy from Judge Innovation Garage in the peach capital of the state, baby. How's everybody doing today? Today is Friday. So, how y'all like the live going at 5? Live at 5. So, I didn't get no haircut today. And I was gonna put the phone on that stick, but it's in the house. And then I was seeing what time it was, and I was almost at 5 o'clock, and I didn't want to be late. So I'll put it on the stick next time, and put it on the face tracker, so when I move, it goes. When I move, you move. All right. So let's talk about this. So this is a Hercules 8 amp soft start motor, 8mm, 6-inch dual action polisher, 3200 to 9600 oscillations per minute, soft start trigger. And it is a 8mm throw. So, 6-inch backing pad, premium hook and loop backing pad included. All right, so I already had one of these, and I just took it out of the box just the other day. And I used it on something else. I didn't even do a video on it. But I took it out of the box and I went to use it, and it made it growled. Like, I don't know. It was just, it growled. Like, so, there's the tools. Not gonna throw the box away because I took it back today and they exchanged it for a brand new one. Now, it's not too heavy. It's got a long cord on it, that's for sure. Does it say how long the cord is? No. But it says the tool, oh yeah, it does. Says the tool is 8 pounds. It's heavy. All right. It says it's a 110, 120 volt. Says it's 18 inches in length, and yeah, 25-foot cord. No extension, no drop cord or extension cord needed. So y'all are gonna hear it firsthand right now. I got this at Harbor Freight, and I actually got this one when it was on sale. I had a coupon, and so the part number is HC109B. So I actually got it with a coupon, and I think the coupon ended up being like 52% off. So has I'm gonna go right here. Right there is the selector to go from 1 to 6. It's got like a rubberish type handle. I wonder if this handle, it looks like this would, let me see, before I grab on that sucker. I need to get a haircut. I can't stand it. let's look in the instructions, the owner's manual. It looks like that handle would come up, but I doubt it. Yeah, right here. No, it don't come up, but this right here. So there, polishing. You keep it flat on the deck. Don't put it on the edge, because you will burn through. So, we got 2 of these. Let's see what they're for. So, I've used Rupus. Color's Edge let me borrow Rupus. I went to Rupus school down in Florida, the Rupus buffing class. What are you polishing? I'm going to have to repolish the Mustang. I did live earlier, like a 12, 13 minute video, Elliot. I have a DeWalt polisher, but this right here is this one is a 8mm throw, so it's an 8mm throw. So I got this one a while back, but like I said in the beginning of the video, I turned it on to do something on another vehicle, small spot, and it sounded like it was growling. So I thought the bearings was going bad in it, so I just put it back in the box, took it back to Harbor Freight, they exchanged it. So this is brand new today. I ain't even turned it on, so we're all gonna see if this one sounds just like the one I took back. So what I'm gonna have to polish is I'm gonna have to re-sand or finish sanding the 85 Mustang. If you go back and when you get through watching this one, go back and watch the other video where I was kind of ranting a little bit, or I had paid to have the Mustang cut and buffed, and it looks like they stopped at 2000 grit. It's still hazy. It's not where I want it to be at. It's not what I expect to be at. And also they burnt through on the edges in a couple spots when I told them to stay off the edges. And they detail high-end cars, like ceramic coating and stuff like that, brand new vehicles. And here's the crazy part, here's the crazy part. Brand new vehicles, when you put a mil gauge on them, they're like 2.5, maybe 3 mils thick from clear coat to bare metal on a brand new vehicle. This car had like 16, 17, 18 mils from the top to bare bones. It had 5 coats of clear, high solid clear. There's plenty of meat on the bone, but you always stay off your edges. You don't never do your edges. You do them with a small polisher or something, a small handheld micro polisher, or you do it by hand. You don't never do anything on edges with anything, because you'll cut through, because an edge doesn't have as much material as a flat surface. So, like I say, I'm not going to get into that. Go back to watch that video. You can see that. But that's what this is for. I'm going to go to the client's house, and I'm going to fix and repair the vehicle at his house in his garage. He's got a nice garage. I'm going to do it at his shop, and I'm going to do it on Saturdays, and I'm going to do it for free, because it's just what I'm going to do. So, anyways, so we're going to see, I was trying to see what these parts are for. Nevertheless, I know this is took that off. I don't know what them are for. I'll find out later. So, what year brand is that truck behind you? My truck, this, that right there. That is a 86 4-door C30 dually with a Yeah. Yep, that's what that is. So, all right. Y'all ready to hear if she growls? Yep. It's the Bendix. Listen. So there wasn't nothing wrong with the other one. That's the noise. So it's just loud. It's just loud. Oh well. I know the Rupus, it's quiet. It's like, I mean, all you hear is this, you don't hear that. But I think this unit here was, I think it was 109. Yeah. That's why I took the other one back, Elliot. That's why I took the other one back, because I thought the bearings was going bad in it. But I'm not talking about this part. This part. Hear that part? That part. That's the Bendix in the motor that's engaging. So it's just loud Bendix. So I guess it really wouldn't matter if you had earbuds in and listened to the radio or something. I guess it wouldn't matter. I know my well, I don't have a Rupus. Bigfoot Rupus. They're like $700-800. They're super quiet. So this one right here is from Harbor Freight. The counter price is like $119. And then I got it with a coupon because I'm a club member. It's like 52% off. So half of 100 is 50. So I got half of 20 is 10. So I got it for like $60. So plus it has a 1 year free, a 90-day window, a 90-day replacement. And then I went ahead and got the 3-year warranty, I think for $20. So I'm up to 70. So if it goes out, I get another one within 3 years. So I did use it. I mean, it worked nice. I mean, yeah, it's a good deal. I mean, Harbor Freight's got a lot of stuff. So everybody kicks on Harbor Freight, right? Everybody kicks on Harbor Freight. You know, like a bunch of junk and stuff like that. And some of that stuff, you know, like their primer guns, like the primer guns you get for like $12 or $13. I'll use those guns. I'll use those paint guns to spray like POR 15. You know, mix it like, reduce it like 5%. Use those cheap $15, $20 or $15 primer guns. Make sure you clean them really, really good before you use them, because they got a lot of stuff inside of them. But if you're gonna spray like POR 15 or some kind of oil-based chassis black or something like that, buy you one of them $15 Harbor Freight guns, use it 2 or 3 times, and then chunk it in the trash. I mean, you know, everybody gives Bad Chad a bad thing because he's like, he throws these primer guns away. They're primer guns. I mean, yeah, the slicker you lay your primer. I mean, I got a SATA 100B. It's a 2.5 tip. I mean, the slicker you spray your primer, the easier it is sanding. But I mean, if you figure it into, you got to look at it both sides. If you figure out, you know, I got to clean this gun, do this, whatever. When you get done spraying it, rinse it out real good with some 3M gun cleaner. When you get done, chunk it in the trash, start all over. Yeah, that's a good deal. I mean, Harbor Freight has a lot of good stuff, and some of the stuff you can take back, like angle grinders. I've had them where the switch messes up, and you take it back. It's like, hey, look, the switch messed up, and then they just give you a brand new one. So, I mean, you could spend $10,000 with Snap-on, like just regular tools like ratchet, stuff like that, and hardly have nothing. You go to Harbor Freight and buy $10,000 worth of tools, you fill up a box truck. And you know, their return policy is really, really good, because the other day I was up there and there was a guy, and he had broken sockets, screwdrivers, and all this other stuff, and they were warrantying it out. And then that's when I realized, like, if he had a broken, say he had a broken 15 millimeter socket, right? Or whatever it was. They would take what was broken, he'd get a new sleeve of sockets. They would take what was broken. They'd give him the new stuff. They'd take the old sockets, put it on that sleeve, and then they throw it in a bucket. They told me that they put that stuff at the back of the store, at the very back right-hand corner, and they put it on discount, as is, no warranty. And then and then you go in there and you buy them, whatever. Also, I know somebody that works at Harbor Freight, and they said when people bring stuff back, like pressure washers and generators and stuff like that, they throw it in the dumpster. And then the homeless people jump in the dumpster, dig that stuff out, take it to the pawn shop and pawn it. So I saw a guy who had broken a socket, said, yeah, exactly. What's up, Roger 711? Elliot, you're exactly right. So, I mean, I've taken stuff back and they've replaced it. There was a buddy of mine that I know bought You look like one of the guys from Four Lines. If you don't know, I'd watch it and have a laugh. You know it when you see it. All right, let me write that down. Let me give me something to write it down. Hold on one second. Y'all hold y'all stop. Just hold what you got. Hold what you got. Don't go nowhere. Stay with me. Let me find me something to scribble with. Let me find my scribble pad. So I can write that down. So I don't forget. Might have to cut my finger and write it in blood. Alright. So, I don't know if you can still hear me. So, I know this guy that they was up there and they had, oh no, it's all good. We interacting. That's what it's all about. See, I had to go get me a piece of paper. So you told me to watch now where you watch? Four Lines. Where are you watching that at? Mogul. Four Lines where? So, I have it there. It's kind of old, not sure. All right, I'll Google it. I'll ask Giggles and find it. I'll find it. And then I'll get back to you. I'll find it. And then I'll come back and I'll do it on the next live. I have a 35 watt generator from Harbor Freight. The Quiet. Had it for 3 years. I go out and it starts. Oh yeah, so I was looking today when I was taking that. Oh, I'm always ready for a laugh. So I mean, they got stacks of generators in there, right? So, I mean, I know people that use that stuff, like the plasma cutters, the welders and stuff like that. So this guy went up there and they had a welder that was sitting on the table on the side, and it says as is, and I want to say it was like 50% off. So it was like 200 some bucks, right? It was as is, parts only, whatever. So he calls me and said, hey man, you think it's a good deal? And I said, man, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could get it, but because it was said no returns, as is, whatever. And he gets it home and they had it taped up, you know. I mean, he plugged it up and it come on in the store. So when he got home and he opened it up, they had backlashed it. They had bird nested it. They had just made a mess of it in there. And It took him a pretty good while. He got it cleaned out. He was using flux wire because he didn't have a gas pack, and he hooked it back up, and it works. And that was years ago, man, and it still works. I mean, it still works. And that was years ago. Do you live in Pennsylvania? No, I do not live in Pennsylvania. I live in North Carolina, North Carolina. I do not live in Pennsylvania. Do you live in Pennsylvania? So, yeah. Back to so I didn't miss something that says okay, broken socket sets, blah 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 blah. Yes. Well, that's cool. No, I don't live in Pennsylvania. I live in North Carolina. I have something else that I want to show, but I can't show it because I was told, I was reading the law. I was reading the rules, right? I was reading the rules. And it says that you cannot show any of this stuff on a live video. And I don't want to jeopardize my page. I'm not even going to say what it is. I'm not even going to say it to flag it. I'm just going to show it. That's all I was going to do. And that's it. Can't do no more. I was going to show it, but I can't because I was reading the rules, and I don't want to be a rule breaker. So, I washed the Mustang today, got it cleaned up. Disappointed, just hurt, stomach hurts, just upset. But it is what it is, you know. It just is what it is. So, the client, yeah, surely, okay. Yes, yes, and yes. Answer all three of those questions. So the client's coming tomorrow to get the Mustang, and then we're gonna work it all out. It'll be fine. He's a cool dude. I just, it is what it is. Paint, yeah. It's a new paint gun. Yeah. So it's a new Luma. It's a new Luma paint gun. Yeah. So right there, it's a new Luma Exodus paint gun. Yep, that's what it is. So, so that is what it is. I wish that this thing wasn't that loud. So, what y'all boys been working on today? Let's go through. Yeah, it's nice. It's a Navy issue. It's like the one I had in the Navy, and I finally found one. So if you're picking up what I'm laying down, yes, it was the one I had in the Navy, and I'm excited to be able to find it. So, so what you boys and girls, what y'all been working on today? Ginger Rogers 711, he is a frequent flyer, a frequent flyer on the channel, and I appreciate him. Where'd you work on today? Mogul, what'd you work on today? And Elliot, what'd you work on today? I am on it. You're on it. You on it like a duck on a June bug. So I'm trying to figure out, hold on one second. I'm gonna show y'all something. I can show you this. I talked about it yesterday a little bit. I got to do some more research on it, and I'm gonna try to do a little bit of stuff. I was going out to weld, but it's dark. So these microphones right here. So it says they're widely compatible. So made for iPhones. But the thing about it is I didn't open it because if y'all, best answer I can give is working on myself in the gym. Hey, that's great, man. Look, I go to the gym every day. Look, my channel is not just about automobiles and cars, okay? It is, but it's about everyday stuff. And you guys are tuning in, and gals are tuning in to see my craziness and my shenanigans. There's a whole lot of stuff that I'd like to do, but I'm held by rules where I can't do certain things. And I don't want to get flagged right here in the get-gate and get in trouble. So I'm hoping after this video here, I'll hit 1,700 subscribers. On Facebook, I have like 8,500 on Facebook. So I'm trying to push this as much as I push Facebook. I just opened a Twitter account, or formerly known as Twitter X. I done that today. Came for the car, stayed for the personality. Hey, look, I got a bunch of stuff. Look, man, look here, check this out. Look, hold on one second. I'm building that C10 right there. She's bagged. I'm building this 68 C10 right there. It's got a 1,000 horsepower 6.0 in it. Here's a 302 stroker. 302 with a small cam in it that's going in that 61 Ford box truck. And I'm building a chassis for that 61. So like yesterday when I went live, I was talking about the wiring and the cluster and the Terminator X and all that stuff. And I told you guys yesterday that I probably wouldn't have a lot going on today, but I'd still go live. Because Ginger Roger 711 suggested that I go live every day at the same time to be consistent, whether I had anything or not, just to shoot the wee-hoo with you guys and gals, boys and girls. So I was wondering what was going on behind the scenes. So, well, Moogle, since you just now joining us, I'm gonna talk to you about the gym. So don't beat you up too bad, but let me show you. Let me give you a little rundown. So here, now just mind the dust, but here is the chassis for the 68 C10. It's got a 12-bolt motor rear end, disc brakes, PST custom drive shaft, rated for 2,000 horsepower. It's a 5-speed. If you go back and watch some of the old videos, which I hope you do, here's a Terminator X. I'd agree with that build, helps me. This is a 6.0 that's been stroked out. I got to redo these covers. It's got all Terminator X fuel injection system in it. It's got all QA1 suspension, blah, 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 all that stuff. How do you do the power steering? Oh, right there it is. It's right there, power steering. So I'll run the hoses from here to the GM pump. They make ends that go from LS to the standard thing. Where you at, Mogul? This is a 86 square body that done a 4-link raised bed, doing all the air ride stuff. There'll be a custom box here with all the stuff inside it. There'll be a custom display in the center. Here's the sheet metal that goes on it, and then the 3/4 marine grade plywood goes on that, and then the custom boxes get built on top of that. And here there'll be a blow-through box with 415s from JBL. I think that's where they're going, ported into the cab, and we're trying to shoot for, wait for it, 15,000 watts. So, and then I pulled the carpet out the other day. There's the floor. She's solid as a get-go. A few weeks ago, I did a video on the slosh tubs. I got to put the battery box. What, no. So, and then this right here is the other one. And She lays all the way on the ground. There is all the old carpet deadening stuff. I'm gonna reuse that. And like I say, on this one, it has all QA1 suspension, coilovers, and all that stuff like that. Okay, let me go back to where we was talking about. Ginger Rogers, is that a 68 frame? Yes, sir, that is a 68 frame. Second part, back up to what you say, power steering. Yes, sir. So, here's a tip. This is an aftermarket steering shaft, but you can, I think it's 92, 93, 94, 95 Jeep Cherokee, I think. You have to Google it. I don't know the part number, but if you'll Google Jeep Cherokee steering shaft in a 67 to 72 C10 or a 73 to 88 square body, the factory adjustable joint like this is aftermarket, but it came with the steering column, the new steering column. But you can get this, you can order this for a Jeep Cherokee, and it will fit the Chevrolet down there at the bottom, and it's just like this, and it has these universal joints and not the rag joint, and it slides on there. Also, this is the LS pump, and you can get it where it has, when you get your hoses, you can order them where they'll have LS connections on, where's it at? Where in the flips it at? Anyway, it's on the bottom down here. So you can order it where it's got LS fittings on this end and stock GM box on that end, and it goes in lickety split. Yesterday, Moogle, we were doing that right there, showing you how to cut a hole in the firewall. So let me get back over here to my water. Yes, you know I'm here for that LS stuff. Oh yeah. So speaking of LS, so I'm sitting here looking. I'll be back in a bit. That sounds like we fixing to break for a commercial. So I was looking, a subscriber sent me this, and I'm super grateful. He sent me this, and I didn't open it, and I'm glad I didn't, because right here on the back side, it says, time for mic issue. No. I didn't have an issue. I didn't have an issue. I hit the mute button. So I'm looking at this, and it says this is made for an iPhone, right? But also, this thing is compatible with other cameras. Now, I also have the DJI 3 handheld video camera, right? And it says that these microphones will automatically link up to that recording device. So what I want to do is I want to stop using my iPhone so I don't destroy it, because this one's brand new and it's in a new case and all that stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to use that stick and this, and then take the video from that and upload it. But I don't think I can go live with that stick. So I'm kind of at a crossroads right now. Also, I reached out to a friend of mine. He is into editing and music and stuff like that. Matter of fact, he won a Grammy last year. So I talked to him today, and we were talking, and he's probably going to go back and watch this probably, because I was telling him I wanted to do more, like to make it more enticing. But speaking of that, I don't want to keep y'all too long, but yeah, so if I can't use these, I can't definitely use it on the phone because it says made for an iPhone 12 Pro Max, blah, blah, blah. So this right here, it says, means accessory designed to connect specifically to an iPhone that has been certified, developed, blah, 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 blah. Apple's not responsible. So I know that this controller right here, I got a question. Do you have to go? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I have a GoPro. I actually, last year, I bought the GoPro. Hold that thought. So if I can't use these, because I have the other microphone and it works great. And if that microphone will attach to that handheld, I don't know. We'll just have to see what we can do. All right. So I'm not going to open it until I'm 100% sure, because if I don't open it, I'm going to tell the subscriber that sent it to me, I don't want to give it back like an Indian, like, man, take this back. But if I can give it back and they can get their money back, I will do that too. But I'm not being, I don't want to be disrespectful and say, look, I can't use this. Well, I can't use it with this phone. But if I can use it with the other cameras, because it says dual channel recording. So check this out. So yes, I have GoPros. I have the latest version GoPro editing software, the new GoPro Editor's Edition GoPro, and it gets hot. So if I set it up in here, I've set it up in the paint booth before, because everybody loves it when you go painting, and I have set it up in here to do some stuff, and then I would be, just doing my thing, right? Doing my thing. And the next thing you know, I hear something go beep, beep. And I go over there and look, and it says overheating, and it's cut off. And so the last 30 minutes of what I was doing, and it's done. Use a Walmart cheap phone that hooks up to your phone on a hotspot. Interesting to hear it can't handle the temp. Press for. All right, hold on a second. I'll get to you both. So you're saying get a cheap phone that hooks up to my phone on a hotspot and do that. I have Wi-Fi in here. I have a modem over there in the tower. I was even looking at, man, that hat hurts my head. And you know why it hurts my head? Because I need a haircut. There's I don't even know what I was gonna say. Moogle. Interesting here, I can't handle the team. Yeah, and see, and I reached out to GoPro. I reached out to GoPro and told them, and they said, well, you need to take it out of the case and just put the camera on it. And I'm like, I said, if I take it out of the case and put it on the thing, then why in the world did I get the Editor's Edition? So, I even tell you something else I done. I took a fan, like a fan out of a computer, like the little cooling fan. I took one of those, and a buddy of mine had a computer shop and had some old modems and towers and stuff like that. So he had those little square fans in there, and they wore 10. So I busted them out, got them apart, took those fans, hooked them up. I actually set the camera up, like the camera was set here, and I put one under it and one behind it, so it circulate air moving across it. Sun gun still go out. The sun gun still go out. Just comment on quality GoPro. Yeah, I mean, man, that thing was expensive. It was like $700, man. $700. But I have another friend, I have somebody, another vlogger or YouTuber, that they use a Canon camera. And they're expensive too. I mean, they're like, I think the one that they have is like $1,200–1,300. They got one that's like $1,200–1,300, a Canon camera, and they use it to do live. They use it to blog or vlog or video log. They do a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I'd love to do a podcast. I would, man. I tell you what, I've been looking at some different stuff to do. Like cars and stuff. I mean, I've been doing cars for, when I was in the military, out of the military, I've been working on cars for 35 years. You smell what I'm stepping in? Hold on a second. Or get used to iPhones. Look, iPhones have an amazing camera quality. I mean, amazing. I mean, that iPhone 11 that I had, that 11 Pro Max, it had amazing camera quality. Man, I could take pictures. I took pictures of some stuff and sent it to somebody, and they said, man, who'd you hire to do photography? I said, I did it with my camera. And what camera? I said, my iPhone camera. And they was like, no way. I said, yes way. Yeah, the iPhone has amazing camera quality. If you want to go all in, I got a Canon 5D Mark II, solid camera, nevertheless, not too. Moogle, is that the one? Is that the one I'm referring to? Because I don't know what my friend has. I got a Canon 5D Mark II solid camera, never lets me down. If you did get a camera, you have to get a external mic. Well, see, that's what these are. See, these are external mics. See right here? See, widely compatible, right? So these are wireless mics. So these are two microphones, and this is the transponder. So if you go to this YouTube channel and you watch it, man, they're taking these mics and putting them around the shop, right where they're at. So they'll have one camera over here that's like on mono 1 or mono 2, and then they got another, or excuse me, the microphone, they got one over here, it's like mono 1, mono 2, then they got another one over here that's set up for another, and then they have one that is on the person that's talking, and then when they're walking, they're transmitting each other so there's no dead spot. So it's a SLR, they fairly old model now, but works great, would be reasonable price by now. So much effort. Yeah, so I know my friend has a Canon. I don't know which one it is. I mean, I can ask them and see. But, it's got the lens and everything. And they set it up, and then I have a subscriber sent me the DJI handheld tower. It's like a daggone robotic. It's a robotic arm. Oh man, I take all the suggestions, man. Look, I'm just old country bunt from spit it out, Jay. Ain't nobody gonna take it from you. I'm just old country bumpkin from the sticks trying to make it. But I have been around the world a few times and got a chance to work with some super famous people. But I'm trying to do better on my end so it's better on your end. Because it seems that live videos do a whole lot better than if I was in here and I record something and then I go to upload it. Say it was a 10-minute video, even though I have pretty good Wi-Fi, it would take forever to load. And for some reason, see, I don't know how live videos show up on y'all's end. I don't know. It seems like the live videos do better than regular videos if I just upload them to a certain extent. I mean, there's some videos. I mean, I got one video that's over 1 million views. It's me changing the thermostat and the sensor out in my 2015 Silverado. And then there's another one where I videoed, I got some video of a Russian helicopter landing here a few months ago that they were doing some training. That video's got like 500,000 views on it. And then other tech video. A lot of the tech stuff that I do, they get, anywhere 1,000, 2,000. I think I did a video on the square body owner, and I think it got like 10,000 views. So that's great. I mean, one's better than zero, So any input I'm greatly thankful for. So I've been looking at different stuff, different, ways. And another thing is, I don't have a computer. Those metrics makes a lot of sense. I don't have a computer, so I don't have a laptop. I don't have a desktop. I don't have any of that. I have this, I run everything on an iPhone. I mean, there for a while, everybody's like, man, you make real good videos. What you using? I'm saying, man, I'm using the GoPro software. I think it's like a $50 a year subscription. And then I use my iPhone. And that's it. And I was like, no way. I was like, yeah, yes way. So some of the videos that you see that I've posted and I've edited and stuff like that, I've done that. I've done all the editing software that way. I tried to use the iPhone software. There's an iPhone software, like iMovies on the iPhone, and I guess I'm so used to the GoPro software. If it works, it works. Yeah, I mean, but I watched some of the people that I follow on YouTube, and they edit the thing, and they got the little intro video where they got this. They're almost like a TV show, like you watching your favorite sitcom. You got your little intro, this, whatever. So I like to do more of that, I think. But on the GoPro software, I can put little captions at the bottom. I can splice it. I can do this. I can do that. It's whatever. But Ginger Roger 711, I knew they had a live, but I started doing lives, and I noticed that live started doing better than the other videos. But also in the live videos, there's no editing for uh-ohs. So you have to be careful on lives. There's no hiding, stuff, on live videos. It is what it is. There's a guy called Louisiana Michael Myers. If y'all don't know who he is, go check him out. He'll go live for hours, like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I think the max you can go live on YouTube is 23 hours and 59 minutes, and then they cut it off, I think. Something like that. So, what you boys and girls think about the Tyson fight? Jake Paul and Tyson. It's tonight on Netflix. I'm a cheap fella. Yeah, Rogers, I'm a cheap fella too. Might not look like it, but I'm a cheap fella. There's a lot of different ways to grab attention. Sometimes not having all that fancy stuff and being short and sweet can be the best, especially when it's kind of things you're talking about. See? Don't overthink it. See? We on the... I don't know tech stuff. I'm here. I'm out of it. I don't care. I just watch TV. Mogul, you're right. See, sometimes you can do too much. Sometimes too much is too much, and then sometimes it's simple, right? So, yeah, I don't know tech stuff. I know it. I'm an overthinker. Oh, yeah, me too. My OCD is like, ooh, look, rabbit. Phew, phew, phew. The Tyson fight is tonight. I don't know when it comes on. So, anybody gonna watch it? Anybody know anything about it? I think it's kind of crappy that they're making them wear 14-ounce gloves. 14-ounce gloves is what they make women wear. They're supposed to be wearing 10-ounce gloves is what they're supposed to be wearing. For their weight class, they're supposed to be wearing 10-ounce gloves. But they're wearing 14 ounces. Does anyone think? Yes! Moogle, there's people out there said that Paul's going to knock Tyson out. I'm telling you, if the old Mike Tyson, if that switch in that head snaps, if he flips that switch, they ain't enough people in that ring gonna be able to save that boy. I'm telling you, he is going to knock him out. But see, they're doing like 2-minute rounds. So they're doing 2-minute rounds. And the thing about it is, I don't know if anybody's watched Tyson been training for the last year. That man to be his age, he got it. That seems funny. Yeah, I'm Tyson all the way, baby. I'm Nintendo. Yeah. If you go back, I'm Mike Tyson all the daggone way. I ain't got nothing against Jake Paul. I ain't got nothing against him. He's a YouTuber, influencer, just like me, I guess, that decided he wanted to do what he's doing, and he's making the best of what he's taking what he has and making the best out of it, and that's okay. Basically, without knowing much, I'd expect Tyson to win. If you look at their stats, not their age, just their stats, Jake Paul is the underdog. He's got like 10 fights. He has like 10 fights, like 2 or 3, whatever, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, Tyson made a thing the other day. They said Jake Paul is a killer. He's a killer. And Mike Tyson said, Jake Paul is not a killer. He is a TV, newspaper, television, influence killer. That's what he is. He was made a killer by TV, newspapers, articles, advertisement, and that. Mike Tyson said, I'm a natural born killer. I mean, you look at what Mike Tyson looked like when he was 13 years old versus what Jake Paul looks like when he was 13 years old. I mean, Mike Tyson is a completely different everything. 14-ounce gloves for Tyson. Sake that won't. I wish Ali was alive for Tyson would. Okay, hold on a second. Somebody just jumped in here. I ain't seen in a while. Sorry I've been on and a little bit. Been in the woods getting some meat for the freezer. Only got 2 months left, so I have to get back up with you after that ends. Keep up the good. Hey, Chevy, man. I ain't seen you in a minute. Oh, yeah, it's duck season right now and deer season right now. Oh, yeah, it's grocery time, baby. It's grocery time. Yeah, so you got Mike Tyson. If nobody's ever watched the documentary on Mike Tyson, if nobody's watched the documentation on Mike Tyson, you need to watch it. I mean, with everything else he had going on in his life, of everything. I mean, his son died on a treadmill, got caught on a treadmill and choked to death on his treadmill and died. I buried my son. That right there is crazy. That trauma, no man, no person on the planet should have to endure that. No man should have to bury their own child. I'm telling you right now. When I watched that documentation, and I watched that, and he talked about all that, dude, that like ripped my soul out. So I was Team Tyson. I was Team Tyson before, and then when I watched that doc a long time ago, so for Mike Tyson to come home and find, at home and find his small child, son, strangled to death on a treadmill in his house. Oh, yeah. And in January 28, 2019, My little boy's 6 years old, perfectly healthy, gets a stomach bug, and 12 hours later he's dead. Oh yeah. If that ain't a kick in the teeth. And then a year and a half later, or then 2 years later, on June 6th, 2 weeks before my little boy's birthday, he was passed away. My brother shot himself. Just got off the phone with him, and I was headed to his house for a cookout, and he shot himself, and he's laying in the yard. Don't look. When you think somebody's got it bad, I promise you somebody else has got it worse. Yeah. So I'm not saying Mike Tyson was perfect. I'm not perfect. But, dude, Mike Tyson said yesterday or one day this week, he said, there is a killer inside of me that I thought was dead. And I hope he would stay dead. But that man, he said that man is coming back. When I step in that ring, the old Mike, not this, hey boys, whatever. Not that Mike. The old Mike is going to come back when he steps in that ring for one last time. He said in the interview the other night that his children think he is, his children, and this hurt me. He said his children think he is nobody and he is trash. He says he took this fight for a lot of reasons, and one reason is to prove to his children that he is not trash and he is somebody. So he has nothing to lose. Now, I don't want him to bite nobody's ear off. He said that was a mistake. So I hope, very fair, I'm not going to pretend to relate that stuff. I hope Mike Tyson has nothing to lose. Nothing. If he gets knocked out tonight, I'm still going to be 10 Mike. And then in the back of my head, I'm going did Mike just take that fall and take that $20 million that they're going to give him and bet against himself for the $20 million and he's going to double his money? Because he's getting 20 mil and Jake Paul's getting 40. Okay? All right? I hope Mike Tyson got his mind right. I hope he's got everything right. I know he's got his soul right. I hope he's got his mind right. I hope he gets in there. I hope he don't let him get in his mind and get him mad and get him angry. Because when you get a man angry, he loses focus. I hope Mike Tyson gets in there, and I hope he knocks his head slap off. I hope he hits him. Boom. So Mike Tyson's punch is 1,600 joules. Okay, 1,600 joules. Okay, I forget how many. I forget how many foot-pounds that is. I posted it, but I can't remember. And I'm going to think that Mughal is from Australia because he said mate. A kangaroo is a bad son of a gun. A kangaroo has the power in his fist, 3,300 foot-pounds of pressure in his fist. Boom. When a red kangaroo punches, he has 3,300 PSI, boom, a foot-pound. If a red kangaroo hits a man in the jaw, he can knock out 1,000 men with one punch. Red kangaroo ain't no joke. Now, a silverback gorilla has anywhere from 1,800 to 2,800 foot-pounds of pressure punching. A silverback. They said if Mike Tyson could hit a kangaroo or a silverback gorilla, he would knock them slap out. So let's put it in another perspective. What does 1,600 joules feel like? 1,600 joules will feel like if you fell 7 feet if you was up 7 feet and you fell flat out back and you hit your back on the ground, that's what it would feel like. Bam. Okay, if you want to figure out the other way, If Mike Tyson hit you and it's 1,600 joules, what would that feel like if something fell on top of you? A 225-pound metal anvil. If I was standing 5 foot up in the air and I dropped that on your head, that's what it would feel like. That's amazing metrics. Yeah. See, you give it away when you called me metrics. I knew you was from either that side of the pond or that side of the pond. When you called me mate, I knew you was from Australia. So I wouldn't want to get hit by Mike Tyson on his worst day. But they've never recorded what Jake Paul punches. But and the average man in fit hits anywhere from 350 to 850, 350 to like 750 joules. Right? So I'm pretty stock. I'm pretty whatever, you know. So if I could focus and I connected and hit, I would be anywhere in that average. Mike Tyson is 1,600 at 58 years old. That son of a gun would knock your head clean off your shoulders. No, that's why we got that. No, I ain't even gonna mess with no man like that right there. So, Moogle or Muggle. I feel bad for the ladies. Imagine it. Yeah. Step on that thing, step up in it like a 5-gallon bucket. So, Moogle, let me tell you something. You know what, Moogle, you still here? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. I got something for you, boss. Come on. I'm going to give you some personal information. Moogle, you here? Give me a thumbs up. Moogle. Yep. Rip it apart. Okay, Moogle, you know what my favorite animal is in the whole entire world? It's not a red kangaroo. So, guess. Guess what it is? Guess what my favorite animal in the whole wide world is? One of my favorite animals. No, not a honey badger. Nope. I give you one more shot. One more chance. Not a honey badger. Tyson chicken? No, it's not that. One more thing. Come on, Moogle, guess one more thing. I'll give you a hint. It's on your continent. It's in your place. It's in Australia. Tyson. Tyson's a good answer. Yeah. One of my favorite animals is in Australia. And it's not a kangaroo. I'll give you one more guess. And I'm going to tell you. Tyson is an animal. Oh, yeah. Duck-bill platypus, baby. Duck-bill platypus. Duck-bill platypus. A duck-bill platypus is a bad son of a gun. So, check this out. When the good Lord was making the world and he got done with everything, he reached over here on his counter over here and he had a little bit of this and he had a little bit of that and he had a little bit of that and he had a little bit of this and a little bit of that. He shook it up and he threw it out on the ground and guess what he had? A duck-bill platypus. A duck-bill platypus is a bad son of a gun. Why is it a bad son of a gun? Okay. It is a mammal, and he lays eggs. They secrete milk from their body. They have no nipples. They have spurs or talons or like they're not teeth, but they have spikes or spurs or whatever you want to call it on their backside of their legs that secrete a neurotoxin. Yeah, that's it. Poisonous, appreciate you, boss man. That's right. Poisonous barbs And them son of a guns ain't no joke. They have no teeth. They have no teeth, but they take their stuff and smash it on rocks so they can eat it. They are bad to the bone. Poison. Yeah. I know what you meant. I was picking up what you was laying down. I was picking up bad to the bone. If I could have one as a pet, I'd name it Howard the Duck. And I'd put a collar around it and I'd take it around. But I know you can't own one because you ain't even supposed to get near them. Ain't that right? Ain't there a law or something or some kind of parliament or something, whatever, that you can't even get around them or something because they're protected? But they are a bad son of a gun. Yeah, they're not nocturnal, but they're like inseclusive where you can't hardly think. They are bad mamma jammas. I love me a duck-billed platypus. If I could have one as a pet, I did end up welding. Well, good deal. They make little homes under the ground. Yeah, so they're like they're similar to river otters here, and that dig into the bank and stuff like that. That's here. They'd never survive here, but if I had a male and a female, I'd put them down here in my pond. Yeah, beavers. Man, I'm telling you what, beavers are rough around here. Beavers are rough. I got a beaver. They're nuisance here, and you can get permits to eradicate them. I'm not going to get into it deep because I don't want to get flagged. But I ended up getting one 1 year. Yeah, they're nuisance here, so you can get permits to eradicate them through the North Carolina Wildlife Association. And I got one that was right at 80 pounds. That son of a gun was like a walrus. I mean, it was just big son of a gun, head about that big around. Like us and kangaroos. Yeah, I'm telling you what. Man, I seen a story where I seen it. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might have been something, whatever. I don't know. It might have been fake or whatever. But I did a lot of research, and it kept coming up that it was true. And there was a kangaroo somewhere in Australia, somewhere in the water, about waist deep, right? About waist deep. Had this man's dog by the collar, sitting there doing like this right here, bouncing in the water, trying to get the owner to come out in the water to get the dog. Did that really happen? Did that really happen? Speaking of welding, Elliot, this is my welding table, my jig table that I made. It's a 5 foot wide, 10 foot long, got 5/8 holes in it. It's 3/8 plate. The table itself weighs about 2,500 pounds. Yeah, so there's some PPG guys. When I was at SEMA a few years ago in 2018, the PPG guys, they were from Australia, and we were talking, and then man, we just kind of drifted off to the side, and we were having conversations, and that one of the guys said, "Man, have you ever been to Australia?" I said, "Never." He said, "Man, you need to come to Australia." So Moogle, what would you call an outsider like me that came to Australia? Like an implant, an outsider, a tourist? I know you got a name. What is it? Tell me what it is. So what do you have a name for outsiders that are not Australians, that people are from Australia? I worked with a lady at one of the schools. She was in cater. She was she was in the chef program. She was a chef, and she was from Australia. She was super cool. We talked about this all kinds, this craziness. Let me see. Did I miss nobody's messages? Because I got ranting on about daggone duck-billed platypus. Pigs. Yeah. We got wild pigs up here. We go on hunts, and the guy that I go with, he won't let you take nothing but a knife or a spear. You can't. So, Fellas, I've been on here for 72 minutes. Let's see if Moogle comes on here and tells me what this old gringo would be called in Australia. What would I be called? I'm kind of curious. Get it from the horse. How they say it here? Get it straight from the horse's mouth. Get it straight from the horse's mouth. The other animal that I like is sea turtles. Owen, my little boy that died, he loved turtles and butterflies and caterpillars. But I got a sea turtle on my hand right here. That's a sea turtle. That's on my hand. You can't see because of the hair, but I got a sea turtle. And then my buddy, he wrote Owen's name in the shell in the back. It's worth it. Who cares about time? Time wasted. Believe it. You'd probably fit in, actually, not sure. We do. At worst, they would just slap you with some American stereotype most people can't speak proper around here anyway. The damn bloody Englishman. Oh, yeah. All right. So I'll show you. So it goes. So I don't know if you boys and girls can see that. So it goes. So I was in the Navy. So you got a squid, you got the Navy, then you come down, and you got the koi fish. That represents my sons, koi fish and family. And then he's swimming downstream instead of upstream. So it was good times going downstream. Then you got the flowers, the hibiscus flowers, that represents the love of man, women, and everybody. And then you got the petals. And then he added he added the, I don't know, let me see if I can turn this around, I'll show you. He added the sea turtle, and then done all that. And then there is the rest of it. So, and then, there's my car, my 54 Bel Air. It's on that side. And then that's Owen. And then those are his words that he wrote. They transferred those over. It says love you so much, Dad and Owen. And then I done that in the palm of my hand. It says pay me now. And me is wore off. I got to get it redone. So, not sure. Bogey Englishman. So, that's about it on that. Yeah, so I'm a firm believer, I'm a firm believer in, look out, Jack Rabbit. I'm a firm believer in telling a story, right? So I was in the Navy. So like I said, I was in the Navy. So you got the squid, and then I stopped it right there. And then when I had my 3 sons, I added it to right here with the koi fish swimming downstream. If you see a koi fish swimming upstream, that means you're going through struggles and tribulations. So it's swimming downstream, and it stopped right there. And then Owen died in January 2019. And then a couple months later, James Vaughn, my buddy, he was on Ink Master. I went to his place, and then we finished it out, and he done Owen. I done the sea turtle because Owen loves sea turtles. And then I ain't gonna take my shirt off. I got 2 breastplates. I got my boys here, and then I got some other stuff there, and then I got some stuff on my shoulders. And then when I was in the Navy, I got some stuff across my stomach. That's Navy related. So everything has a story. So that's about it. Well, fellas, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the share button. Moogle, it was great talking to you. Ginger Rogers, it's always great to see you come back. Where's that? Somebody, Elliot, I'm glad you got your welding stuff done. And where is Chevy guy? Chevy man, I'm glad to see you back. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll be back tomorrow at 5. So make sure you hit your notification thing. Tomorrow I'll try to have something I might show you how to finish staining this old picture frame right here. I'll show you. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate every single one of you. Here's the gauge cluster for the 68C10. And here is the picture frame that I'm refurbishing. It's an old picture frame that I'm refurbishing because I like old stuff. So I'm working on that. And then, like I said, I appreciate every single one of you. Let me know what y'all want to talk about because, man, I got all kinds of stuff I can talk about. Man, we can do textbook stuff. I can teach out of the textbook like we in school. You know, I teach at the college too. So you let me know. You let me know. I mean, I can bust out the daggone textbook and we can have textbook 101 and we can have a class if you want to. It don't matter to me. Y'all just let me know because I want to do stuff to keep y'all entertained and so we can keep this ball rolling. You know what I mean? So you let me know and see, I like collecting old stuff. See, here's an old Clorox bottle, you know. So, but yeah, you let me know when you see Tyson think that. Hey, he did get up there and grab his stuff. He got up there on the way in and he grabbed his weebles and he pulled up on them. So he's getting ready to do some thrusting. So, but anyways, look out here, Jackrabbit. Don't be telling nobody. Don't be telling nobody. Woo, look out. So I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next live and tell your friends, tell your family, tell the kangaroos, tell the duck-billed platypus. Oh yeah, I used to race professionally too, right there. So let me know what you think. I'm gonna go in here and fix me some grub and see when the fight's coming on. And we'll go from there. Remember what I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and drag. Peace, and chicken grease. I'm out.